join a company
that you are the person that you
Chogu sell, yeah? Bring in good energy. So, welcome to Crypto OGs. Okay, let's talk about Steppen.
Okay.
When our good friend told us that I was going to meet you, I got excited because I got opportunity to have early access to Steppen, and the whole concept blew my mind, which is amazing. You know, I have the Apple Watch, I have Oura Ring, I have all, and I love the steps. I obsessed with the steps. I had to do at least 5,000, otherwise I feel bad that day.
Yes.
But tell us how the idea came and how been the journey so far.
Idea really came when I pretty much I exit the whole crypto market 2021-ish. I thought that was the top, right? So, and then I just have some free time.
Yeah.
So then I go to my neighbor's house. We have beer every day, and because it was sort of COVID lockdown.
Yeah.
Back then. Then we got so bored and nothing to do, and and then because of lockdown, there are so many people. You get like an hour you can go outside every day, and then we see so many people just walking outside, walking the kid, walking the dog, or just working in pairs. So we figured this is a very interesting concept. COVID, right? So people need exercise, and so we said, okay, how about we make like a Web3 walking product, right? We have a few iterations, but then we landed on the concept of a move and earn type of concept. And then we start building, right? So we decided to do it in September 2021, and then we have the first product out in January 2022.
Yeah, I remember.
Then we got on the IEO, and then it take off. And then we basically adding new mechanics, adding new play style, also working a lot on the back end. Also had partnerships, with ASIC, the sneaker brand. Recently is the Ghost in the Shell, with the animation IP.
Yeah.
And also 2 months ago, we were able to become the first Web3 product that you can buy NFTs with Apple Pay.
Okay.
So,
wow.
So now you don't even need a wallet, right? You tap your Apple Pay in the app, and you buy a sneaker, and then you can start, earning tokens.
That's amazing.
Yes. So now it's really, really convenient for anyone that they don't need to. Back then you have to create a wallet, you have to have a balance account, you have to transfer some gas, and then you have to turn the let's say SOL into GMT. You buy the sneaker, and then it's so much steps. But now just double click on your phone and you got the sneakers.
Get the sneakers.
Yeah.
Where can I get them?
They're in a marketplace.
Oh.
Yeah, everything is now building to maximize the actually minimize the hurdles for people to onboard.
Wow.
So if you download Steppen, you got an activation code, and you go to the market. You have your Apple Pay. You see which one you like. You click and you buy, and that's it.
But what is coming up for the next, let's say, 3 months or 1 year? Something that you can announce?
We tend to only do a maximum of 2 years of forecast, because 2 years is almost beyond 2 years is next to impossible.
Yeah.
Okay. Before that, I want to really talk about sort of the thinking behind we building Steppen, right? So, one thinking behind is that we're looking at what is the biggest common denominator for people to use a product. And let's say for exchange, right? So exchange, trading, making money, is more of driven people to register on the exchanges.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a huge number of users, like stock exchanges, right? And for Steppen is the need for exercise, right? So also you don't need to be taught of how to walk, and it's also very intuitive, right? So walk and token, right? So it is a one simple concept and big denominator.
Yeah.
So and then we're looking at what can we do next, right? So we have a 2-year plan at the moment. One is that we're gonna release another game, also utilizing this big common denominator concept. So we're looking at what is the biggest, right? In let's say in the Web3 or crypto space, is communication or socialization, right? It's social, right? Social on Twitter, social on the whole, I think, Web3 space is building on exchange information and talk about trading experience. and talk to people that are not from your region. And so we think, okay, how about we gamify social?
Yeah.
Right. So that's the concept of what we call the social strategy game.
Yeah.
So we have this gas hero that will utilizing people's social behavior.
Social behavior. Yeah.
Social behavior. So I'll talk about that later. And the second year is we're gonna build what we call the Steppen 2.
Steppen 2, okay.
So because when we build in Steppen, we have several issues. One, you cannot build a complex product because that will make new user onboarding difficult.
Yeah.
People will say, oh, there's so much thing I don't understand. We want to build simple, intuitive product, right? So if we continue adding feature into Steppen, then ultimately you become too difficult for new user.
Mm-hmm.
Then you stop having user growth. But people still demand new feature.
Yeah.
And people like the brand and people want to continue to participate. So it's okay, how about we just create a sequel of Steppen? So we build a Steppen 2. We're adding new mechanic, new feature, in Steppen 2. And then people can use them together.
Okay.
So that is sort of the roadmap down the track.
Okay.
So Steppen now become more of a brand.
Yeah.
So we can then building a brand vertical.
Okay.
And then we're also starting different verticals. Like Gas Hero is one, more, which is an NFT marketplace, another one. We're looking at, again, with NFT marketplace, we want to also build something that people haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
More like more focused on the user journeys.
Yeah.
But that's not the gaming side. So yeah, that's more on the platform side.
Amazing. So we were just talking before this. You have traveled the world, Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in Singapore, and you're building a global community as well with Steppen. But for you, which one is the most crypto-friendly country, or the top three?
Top three, okay. I think certainly two come up to mind. So I think let's say the region, Hong Kong is one of them.
Yeah, nice.
You've seen there's Hong Kong starting to be more open up to crypto. So it's very typical of the central government strategy is to test certain concept in certain region. If it's working, then they can roll out in other regions. So there are certain regions in China testing different concept, and I certainly believe that Web3 is one concept that's been testing in Hong Kong at the moment. So we might see if this progress well, we might see that we have good results in the East Asia region. And then the second we talk about is more on the Japan side. It's also the same trend.
Wow.
I just came back from the WebEx, right? So the Prime Minister of Japan also talked about that to make Japan the biggest Web3 innovative country. Yeah. So certainly that they are spending a lot of energy, and also Japan also have more of a advantage over other countries because they have a lot of animation IPs. Yeah. IP NFT also working quite well to each other. So they certainly have an edge into turn IP into NFT and then to do the sellings. That's a very much mature business model. And then third will be more on the Singapore side.
Okay.
Singapore, from 2018-ish, is starting to have the license and a lot of exchanges move. Back then, they are moving from Japan to Singapore, right? Or from China to Singapore. So certainly it's very attractive for especially startups.
Yeah.
It's more attractive to startups. I think that would be the top three.
Top three.
Yes.
I like your top three. And let's talk about also, look, there's a lot of factors that make a project successful, right? So you have community, very important. Or also you need a good team behind. But also the technology of developers. Yep. If you have to pick one, which one would you pick?
Okay, tough question. I think team always be the determining factor of a project, because the team will, the whole team will decide the strategy and also tactic, and also timing. And, of rolling out or tokenomic design and everything is because without the team to build an interesting product, and to really facilitate the community building, the community won't come together, right?
Yeah, you're right.
When we say, oh, community is important, yes, but you need to really foster the community to get community to grow in the early stage, and then the community can grow on their own, right? So they will have their own mind.
Yeah.
And so certainly, I think team will be the determining factor.
Yeah.
You're building the structure, and then people come to feel the structure, and then they can grow. The technology, I always believe that we should already have sufficient technology on our hand, although some of them are a bit difficult to work with or not perfect up there, but we can certainly find roundabout or find some solution or bypassing the technology difficulty. But certainly we see what it could do down the track. It will dramatically increase the possibility that we convert Web2 users to Web3.
Amazing.
Yes.
Okay. They say it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of team.
Yeah, it's always about, I think it's always about having a good idea, then you be able to execute them.
That's true.
The execution level is very important.
Amazing. And I was just talking before this interview with our good friends here, and about what is the thing that we love the most about crypto and blockchain and Web3. What is the thing that you love the most about? Our friends say the freedom that he gets from it. And I said, I like just to connect with people. What is the number one thing that you like the most about crypto?
I think we are living a post-World War II era.
Yeah.
And World War II is 1945, right? So we are almost 80 something years, 90 years down the track. So we're looking at more of the social echelon has been somewhat rigid. And you're looking at, how can I break through the glass ceiling of this invisible social echelon type of thing. Web3 is definitely one of them. So you're looking at how can a normal person become successful. Traditionally, you're looking at this entrepreneur story. That's like 30, 40 years ago.
So,
right? It's impossible for you to do it now, or it will certainly not be repeated, right? So, but I certainly see the Web3 will be one of the biggest, let's say, vehicle enabling user to jump beyond the social echelon, social ledgers, because the whole space provide I think opportunities. In not discriminating on where they're coming from, not discriminating on what they've done in the past, is really, if you're really good in tradings, or if you're really good in anything, right? You find your niche here, you will be able to make a very good living, right? So you're looking at any other industry, I think this one is the most vibrant one.
So basically, it gives opportunity to people.
Yes.
Opportunity.
Yes.
Like that to you, to me, that we used to work in McDonald's and cleaning toilets, and
Exactly.
now we are here.
Exactly.
Amazing. Okay, is any advice that you want to give to somebody that's thinking to join into crypto, Web3, blockchain? Is there any advice that somebody that's looking into it and they may say no, maybe you 10 years ago, what advice would you give to yourself or somebody else that wants to join?
I think advice will be certainly different for the trader, the builder, or the people who want to become the influencer. So I think it's different. But I think the common advice for anyone that get into to this space is that the timing is very important. And also, I think another one, because if you get in at the top versus you getting at the bottom, is very different. Because the mental toll you have, that see everything crash, is very difficult to deal with. The early, depression of it. So I think always try just a little bit, because this is a money industry, right? So try a little bit, learn from it. Don't just go all in and get wrecked. So timing, exactly. Timing is very important, and also, I think if there's anything that more important than the timing, is the realization of you are just one person, you are just one man or one woman. a lot of things in this world is not up to you, right? So a lot of success we made is not up to us. We need to accept that we are the product of this whole era, right? If there's no Web3, there's no us. And we are tiny in this industry. So again, don't get too much cocky and say, oh, I'm the best trader and just long days and short days. Yeah. So I think remain very humble in this industry. It's very, very important that you accept that a lot of things we also made is just luck based. And once you have that realization, you understand that how to control the risk. Risk management, timing, and understand how the big picture works. Deciding that what you can do is very limited in this space. So once you have that mindset, it's very easy, not very easy, but it's certainly more easy to not lose yourself.
Lose yourself.
Very important.
Very important. They also play a very important through the mindset, right?
Yes.
I'm talking about mindset, and you just mentioned something very important, like we've been nearly 2 years in this bear market. It's been tough, but we've been building, which is good. What are your predictions for the next 1 or 2 years in terms of the market? I know, remember, guys, no financial advice, do your research, but what, in your opinion, how you see the market in the next 2 years?
3 years.
Two.
So one is that we are in the longest bear market ever recorded in the crypto history. And two is that, I was making the judgment that the bull market will end in early 2022. And I was making a mistake, right? So I saw everything in 2021, right?
Oh my God.
So I missed the upper half of the growth. But then that's because I learned my lessons of not selling anything in the last bear market. I got wrecked so bad. But because the COVID money, all this QE happening, we certainly have a parabolic run last time. So we might now just in more of a paying the debt for the last cycle. So, but traditionally speaking, that I was clearly remember back in around February, March 2020. Right, so I'm calling my business partner and say, okay, this is it. The industry is dead. We're dead.
We're going back to McDonald's.
We're go back to McDonald's. And then the 14th of March happened. Everything wrecked. Bitcoin at $3,000, and then was what should I do? And then it went back up. Right, in May, Bitcoin recovered 6,000 mark. And in December, Bitcoin 19,000. Yeah. So I think sometimes people shouldn't lose hope. And certainly that when halving happened, we always expect some sort of movement. And when everybody expecting certain movement, people start buying, it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy type of thing. So the next halving is around May in 2024. Yeah. And, we're looking at, because now the main, again, not financial advisors. Right? So the main issues in this world, two things, right? One is the Ukraine-Russian war. Yeah. Causing the petrol price, crude oil price, not going down. Yeah. And second is more on the Fed side of interest rate. Yeah. And so, but you look at these two things, right? So they are all going back to one time factor in next year, which is the U.S. election in November, right? So. A lot of the, these factors are really up to more of a, how is Fed going to drop the rate? Yeah. Or if Ukraine going to capitulate on the war, right? Yeah. So I think that's more on the politics side. Yeah. But more on the politics side. So I think we are living this war is more politics driven than the economy driven. So if we want to see the next bull market come, we have to have a stable political situation, right? So I think the early gauge of if the bull market going to come is if the world is going to be peaceful in the next couple of years.
Hope so.
And if we see that happening, that everybody's shaking hand, everybody's good, then certainly we will see the bull market will be near for us.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I loved your opinion and your insights. It has been amazing. Now, I would like to know how people can connect with you on Twitter. So the people that are listening to this and want to reach out, or maybe because you just get a lot of value to the community today. How we can connect with you?
Yes, of course. You can connect me to Twitter. It's Yawn, so YAWN_RONG.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
my Twitter handle.
Amazing.
Or you can Stepan. You can search Stepan. You can find
You
me.
can step into Stepan.
Yeah, Stepan official, or Gas Zero official, or More official, Door official. You know, those all the product we build.
Yeah.
Search and reach out. Yeah.
Thank you. John, thank you so much for being Crypto G's, and I hope
you.
to see you very soon. And let's
you.
keep those steps going on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye, guys.